This short video is to show how to create a question bank and add questions to the question bank on Moodle. Once you've logged on to Moodle as normal, I'm going to show you through the SVQ 3 electrical installation first year of how I created a question bank. So click on the course, go to the bottom and within question bank. If you just click on question bank, it brings you up all these questions and we have options for different courses that have been set up already. I've already set up default for SVQ first year, but I'm going to show you how I set that up. Go down to administration and within the question bank it's this part called categories. Click on categories and it opens up all these categories. You can add a new category, and to put it on top as a new course you just click top and then name. I will call this one test and then click add category. What you will see is it puts it at the bottom of all the other categories in here, but you can move that up by just clicking that arrow. I'm now going to go back to question bank. I've now created a category, so I now want to select a category that I'm going to put the questions in, and this is test 1. It's here. I click on test 1 and it shows there's no questions in there. I now create a new question. Click on create a new question, and the ones that we are going to create for the end of block assessments are going to be short multi-choice. So multiple choice and then click next. As discussed at the meetings we had, we were going to name each of the questions, so whatever section we're doing. So for instance, I'll call this one health and safety. If I get my spelling correct. At work Act 1974, number 1. So that's question 1. So I then put in the text on who is responsible for safety. We then go scroll down here and it's multi-choice. We can create this later. Shuffle the choices means that when we select a question that the A, B, C, D are all mixed up. They're not in the same order all the time. So choice 1, we're going to put in my mum. Remember, I'm just making these up. And you can put feedback in if you want. Don't think so. Number 2, me. And we're going to make that as a correct one because we're responsible for our own safety, and we make that 100% in the feedback. Well done. And then choice 3, we could make boss, and it's none. Again, don't think so. And choice 4, lectures. Great, again, none. Feedback, really don't think so. So that's us did our A, B, C, D, and we just save the changes, because all you're doing at this point is creating the question, and the question just goes in here and goes that way. So that's how to create a question bank, and you just keep going and adding all the questions in that question bank. We now want to go and create a quiz. So if I go back to first year, SVQ electrical first year, and turn editing on, and I'll add a new activity in the end of block quizzes, because that's blacked out at the moment. Add an activity or resource, and again it's going to be a multiple choice quiz. So it's a quiz. Add, and we'll call this end of block test quiz. And I like to expand all the categories here so we can see what we're actually doing. So these grades are uncategorised. We're not doing attempts allowed unlimited. You can limit that to how many attempts that you want to give the students. And then the grading method's the highest grading. So if it's unlimited, if they try it 4 or 5 times, the highest grade will go when they get the higher mark, hopefully. The layout is shown on the screen, a new page for every question, or you can make 2 questions a page, 3 questions a page, anything like that. Shuffle the question within, yes, so that shuffles the A, B, C, D. And deferred feedback, and this is all reviewing options that we can cover later on another date. Shows the grade in decimal places, and it gives overall feedback. Okay, so all that's there. So save and return to course. So that's the quiz created. So there's the quiz there. So I want to update this quiz, so I click on update the quiz. And I've now missed the way I've been going. Go back. Apology about this, but if I click on the quiz, edit the quiz, I can then now add questions. So I can then select from my default category on the right hand side here, which was my test. So go into my default category, and it will bring up that one question that I had. You take that question and you add it to the quiz, and that's our question being added in there. Okay. Save, and if I go back to SVQ 3 Electrical Year 1, I should be able to now open that quiz, end of block test quiz, open that, and there should be one question in there. Preview quiz now, and that one question's in there. So that's the basic way of how to create a question bank, add questions to the question bank, create a quiz, and take the questions for the quiz from the question bank. I hope you find this useful, and I'll maybe make up another few of these videos at a later date.